Hello everyone, my name is Kill Chicken, and today we're back with another LEGO Star Wars 20th Anniversary set. This is set number 75259, the Snowspeeder, and this set retails for $39.99 in the US and includes 309 parts. That is a pretty hefty price for not that much pieces. Again, we're going to take a look at this minifigure right here, the very retro looking Lando Calrissian, specifically from 2003. It probably was pretty expensive to recreate this minifigure and add it into this set, which is probably why it boosts the price of the set up maybe like $5. As far as the pieces go, this is about a $30 set. But of course, with the LEGO sets costing, more nowadays, we could say it's about a $35 set, and then plus the minifigure, you've got a $40 set, so I'm gonna say it makes a little bit of sense. But besides the Lando Calrissian minifigure, we've got Luke Skywalker in his pilot outfit, we've got Dak, Ralter, and just the Rebel Trooper. That bazooka piece right there is an Easter egg because it was included in the very first Snowspeeder set, which came out in 1999. As you can see right there, if you look hard enough, he's got that big bazooka piece. But yeah, taking a closer look at the box art, you've got that nice silver R and S just wrapping all the way around, giving it a nice, really sleek design, and then you've got just the star design in the background. The recommended ages is 7 and up if you ever care about that, and here's just some of the functions of the set that we'll dive deeper into in the actual set review. Down here you've got the other minifigures you can get in the other 20th anniversary sets, and yeah, I think that's going to do it with the box art. Let's get into the set. As far as the instruction booklet goes, it actually has some pretty interesting stuff, aside from, of course, just the regular front page with the QR code that if you scan it in the LEGO Life app, you get the digital version. Said that millions of times, but when you come into the first page, it talks about how 20 years ago they made sets depicting scenes from the Star Wars scenes or the vehicles from the Star Wars movies, and they decided to recreate some for 2019. Here we have the side-by-side look at both of the Snowspeeders, and honestly guys, I see a lot of similarities. They have not really changed a lot when it comes to the Snowspeeder. You got a lot of the just set details there, like the number and the amount of pieces and stuff. And over here we just got the other minifigures in those sets, as long as some talk about the Lando Calrissian minifigure. As far as everything else, it's just a regular instruction book with piece count in the back. Got the action battle attack things right here, some of the minifigures in the sets, and the LEGO Life app, and that's gonna be all. Alright you guys, here is the Snowspeeder all built up. Let's take a quick look at each one of the minifigures. So starting off with the special 20th anniversary minifigure, this is Lando Calrissian from the 2003 Cloud City set, and he looks pretty much exactly like how he did back then with his bullhorn blaster, and even the printing on his torso doesn't even look that bad for something made like 16 years ago. He's also got this dual-sided cape, so you've got blue and yellow. I believe he's the, don't quote me on this, I'm just making a educated guess that this is probably the first dual-sided cape ever made in LEGO. Also on the back, he's got the 20th anniversary printed, and I like how they didn't slap that on the back of the cape, because that would have been kind of annoying if they had done that, because I kind of wanted him to look just like the actual minifigure, and not with something that kind of showed that he wasn't the actual thing. I also love this old hairpiece, it's very nostalgic, and yeah, that's pretty much it with the minifigure. He comes with this base kind of plaque piece that says 20 years of LEGO Star Wars, 1999 to 2019, and he even has his name printed right there. This is a nice print, and he goes on like that, and you can attach the other minifigures right here. Next we have Luke Skywalker, and he basically just has his orange Rebel Fighter pilot clothes on. There's nothing that separates him from any of the other Rebel Fighter pilots. It doesn't have any unique prints or anything. This is just the same as that. He's got some nice printing on it nonetheless. The one thing I don't like about it when they print a white color onto a brighter color is it makes the white color kind of adopts that color, and it's not quite as thick or quite as like white as this helmet. It's kind of a faded color, so it would be nice if they could step up their game with that. But other than that, he's got some nice tubing detailing. Even that right there is printed better than one of the other ones that I've gotten before. He's got some details on the back, again with that kind of faded white color. He's got a alternate face, one with a smirk and the visor down, and one with the visor up and a smile. And this basically shows that that one dual molded helmet that came in the X-Wing set just recently, they're not going to be using that helmet again, because in the Juniors X-Wing and in this set, they're just going back to using this smaller helmet. He comes with a pistol and the blue lightsaber. Next we've dak, and the only thing that makes him different from the Luke minifigure is the different printing on his helmet. That's just 2 Rebel insignias and a little bit of printing on both sides. His torso and leg printing is exactly the same, and he kind of uses that generic kind of not named Rebel fighter pilot face. There's nothing special about this face. He comes with a little pistol, and that's pretty much it with him. Next, we've got this Rebel Trooper in Hoth attire. He's got this very old backpack on. I don't know if they purposely did that just to kind of reference back to the older days when they used that piece all the time. Or it's just a piece that kind of holds up till today, but I'm kind of thinking otherwise because it's not that good of a piece. But he's also got this big bazooka blaster that, again, I told you was in the 1999 set, and they put it back in this set kind of as an Easter egg to make people get excited and recognize it. He's got kind of a standard face, doesn't have any printing on the back, so there's no alternate faces. He's got some nice torso printing, just some kind of dark tan colored legs. You can take these little goggles and put them down to cover his face, but I always thought that looked kind of weird, so I'm just going to keep it up on the forehead because it looks better like that. This is what he looks like on the back, and I think that's all with the minifigures. So the smaller part of the set is this kind of satellite dish looking thing, but it's a blaster. You got a little stud shooter right here that nobody's too excited about. It looks a little bit bulky and not very sleek, and you know, that just fires like so, and hey, I didn't lose it. And you could easily take that off and just put a cheese slope on, just like there is on that side, but I, for one, being a completionist, am going to keep that there just to keep my set nice and pure. It swivels around on this piece very nicely. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of control piece, because they don't have any sort of print. But I guess you could use it like that. Then you've also got a pair of binoculars on this little clip down here. So yeah, that thing kind of goes back and forth, and that's pretty much it with this satellite dish blaster thing. And now we've got the main part of the build, which is, of course, the Snowspeeder. It's actually kind of a hefty build. I'm actually kind of surprised. You just keep building it, and it gets bigger, and you have the end result that's pretty nice. And I really love this kind of windshield print right there. That's all a print. I really appreciate not having to line up a bunch of stickers right there. That is actually a sticker, though. But the overall build is put together really nicely. It's not that much different than any other snow speeders that we've gotten recently. But I guess if something's not broken, then don't fix it. You got these 2 little flaps on each side to reveal some nice little stickers in there. Of course, I would have appreciated some prints, so I wouldn't have to put those on. And my guess is for, you know, if you're going to turn left, you would open that flap up and you kind of turn left like that. Or if you're going to turn right, or I guess I'm getting these directions mixed up. If you're going to turn left or right, if you're going to turn right, then you go this way. I'm confusing myself, but yeah, that's just essentially what I think those flaps are for. And just like this thing showed itself too soon, you do have little spring-loaded missiles on the underside. So if you want to take out somebody, put him right here. You know, spring-loaded missiles are always the best. You take him out like so. Got him. Nailed him. Gonna have to look for that one later. But essentially, these wings or sides of the ship or the speeder are basically the same, just like a mirror image of each other. And then coming to the middle, we've got this whole section kind of flips up. And this piece, actually, it's not connected very well. So I would have appreciated it if they had fixed that part of the build, because if you're trying to flip this thing up, it's going to be pulled off a little bit. So yeah, that's just a little flaw that I found in the build. But yeah, you can flip open this front part if you just want to fit in Luke fits nicely right there. He's even got a little control panel with, you know, targeting systems and such. But then if you want to fit Dak in the back, Dak in the back, then you flip that open, the whole thing open, and you can stick him right here. And he can man the turret on the back with that little targeting system, which looks pretty nice. We've also got this little empty space for both of their little pistols, and that fits right in there. And that can close up like so. And the reason it's able to close up so well is because they don't have bulky helmets, so that might also be another reason why they're not using those bigger helmet molds. It would have been nice if they had redesigned the Snowspeeder to accommodate those big helmets, but they decided not to. You got two little stickers on each side of those windows. Those probably would have been hard if they were prints. They would have been hard to print on, but it's nice as you got this little window right here. You can actually see Dak's face right there, and he can man this little stud shooter turret. One thing they do a good job at is making sure that there are 3 points of contact on the landing, so it's not like flopping around going forward or backward or anything. It's nice and sturdy when you set it down. So yeah, I think that is actually pretty much it with the set. I really like it, just the price does not seem to go with what you get here. It doesn't feel like a $40 set. $35 to $30 would have been nice, but then again, you've got this little guy over here bumping up the price because of his nostalgia and probably expensiveness to remake that kind of guy. But, you know, other than that, it's a pretty cool set, and I would recommend getting it, because Lando is a pretty cool minifigure. He's a cool minifigure, and you can't go wrong with these pilot minifigures. This is actually the first time I've ever gotten a Snowspeeder, so that's pretty shocking. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, maybe I kind of persuaded you into whether or not you want to go ahead and pick this up. And just be sure to leave a like if I helped you do any of those. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and click the bell icon to stay up to date on any videos I post in the coming future. Stay tuned for more reviews and such, and I'll be trying to post more content. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.